So the struggle to reopen society is continuing, and the latest effort being put forth by the deep state Democrats is something called contact tracing. Now it looks like they've backed off of the mandatory vaccine a little bit, because President Donald Trump said that this thing is going to get better without a vaccine. And that must have come as a disappointment to Mr. Bill Gates, because Mr. Bill Gates wants a mandatory vaccine very badly. But we're moving away from that now, and hydroxychloroquine and remdesivir are doing a good job of treating people, and so the mandatory vaccine doesn't look like it's going to pan out. And with governors opening up their states now, it doesn't look like there's going to be a forced economic depression, which is obviously what these people were aiming for. So now they're thinking, let's try to get as much out of this as we possibly can for the cause of authoritarianism, and they've put forth contact tracing. Now, I noticed this the other day because Bill Clinton did interviews with Andrew Cuomo and Gavin Newsom. And basically what he said was that we need to have a contact tracer corps. So basically what they're talking about is an army of contact tracers that can go around and track infected people and who they come into contact with. So if you might have come into contact with an infected person, then they'll come around and ask you to give them everybody that you've come into contact with. And then they create a big network of people and all these connections, right? And so it's mass surveillance. And it's a very creepy kind of mass surveillance because, as I reported today, Partners in Health, which is doing the contact tracing in the state of Massachusetts, thanks to Governor Charlie Baker, another rhino, quote, training and deploying hundreds of contact tracers. Turns out that this organization is funded by George Soros and Bill Gates organizations. And Chelsea Clinton is on the board of trustees. So Chelsea Clinton is on the board of the company that's doing contact tracing. Think about that. Meanwhile, in New York City, if you want to be a contact tracer with a partner with the New York City government, you're required to understand, quote, institutional and structural racism. And you have to support the LGBTQ community and immigrants. Now, why is it so important for you to be a woke leftist? Why is it so important for you to be a cultural progressive in order to be a contact tracer? Obviously, they're looking for a certain kind of people. And so what will these people be doing? Well, they just might be coming to your house. H.R. 6666. This is the bill that the Democrats have introduced. I'm going to say that again. H.R. 6666. Now, there's one more 6 in there. So I know you conspiracy theorists out there are going to the 666, but it's actually 4 6s. So, they're throwing you off a little bit. H.R. 6666. Bobby Rush, the Democrat, the congressman, has put this out there. They want $100 billion for this. And I feel like they're just making these numbers up at this point. $100 billion. All right, $100 billion. It's called the COVID-19 Testing, Reaching, and Contacting Everyone Act, the TRACE Act. Testing, reaching, and contacting everyone. They want to contact everyone. And it has 45 co-sponsors, 44 Democrats, and 1 Republican who used to be a Democrat until he switched over. And it wants to authorize grants for diagnostic testing and related activities such as contact tracing through mobile health units and as necessary at individuals' residences. So they're trying to authorize contact tracers to come to your house and do the contact tracing at individuals' residences. This is probably the most disturbing thing that has been pushed so far. The vaccine was pretty disturbing, but I feel like we've won that. There's not going to be a mandatory vaccine, as far as I'm concerned. And they wanted to shut down the economy through the election. They haven't gotten that. They wanted national vote by mail. We defeated them on that. But of course, they're trying to do it on a state-by-state level. Eric Holder's pushing that in Texas today, as we speak. So now it's contact tracing. They want to build this big network of people, $100 billion. So what are these contact tracers going to do with the $100 billion? You're telling me this isn't an election effort? You're telling me this isn't about voter data and also surveilling people and keeping tabs on people, figuring out who's meeting with who is coming into contact with who? And they literally want to track the entire country, contacting everyone. So, look, it's just laughable at this point. You have to laugh in the face of authoritarianism because we're winning. The truth war, the citizen journalists, the truth movement, we're winning. because we're not getting the mandatory vaccine. We're getting our society reopened. We've exposed Bill Gates. We've exposed little Napoleon man Fauci. Pandemic has gone viral. We are on the forefront of leading the way and, saving this country peacefully. But we have to stay on it because they are going to try to do everything they possibly can to milk this for anything they can get. And the new one is contact tracing. So let's be vigilant when it comes to mail-in voting, because we all know that's a fraud. And let's be vigilant when it comes to contact tracing, because now we know what the game is. We know that Soros and Bill Gates and Chelsea Clinton's on the board of trustees of the company doing contact tracing. So we know exactly who these people are and what they want to do. So let's stay vigilant and let's stay happy, and let's keep our good spirits up about us, because we're clearly winning. But we've got to stay vigilant. Thank you. God bless you. God bless America.
The absolute best message we can send is laughter, is mockery. We have to let these clowns know that we do not take them seriously. You are our little circus monkeys. Keep laughing. Laugh right in their face. We are winning. The Patriots are winning.